Today we're going to be learning to solve problems involving percent of change. Percent of change is a very common thing. This is probably one of the most real-world applications you're going to have for percentages. So we have three vocabulary words: percent of change, percent of increase, and percent of decrease. Percent of increase is when we mark an item up. Percent of decrease is when we mark an item down. So percent of decrease you'll typically see as a sale price. Percent of increase will be typically, you can view it as a tax item, a tip, or it could just be they've marked the price up. So percent of change can be used to describe the amount of change. The percent of change is the amount stated as a percent, that is the number increase or decrease. If the amount goes up, it is a percent of increase. If the amount goes down, it is a percent of decrease. Now, the formula for this is a very big item that we're going to need. So this is something you want to make sure you have kind of boxed, highlighted, stars around it. Percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount. So when they talk about amount of change, you take the two values and we find the difference between them. So find the percent of change, round the answer to the nearest tenth of a percent if necessary. 65 is decreased to 38. So the first thing we need to talk about is that the percent of change is once again the change in the price, so the difference over the original. And so let's find out the change. We're going to first take the two numbers and subtract. 65 minus 38, that's the difference, is 27. The starting number was 65, so we're going to place 27 over 65. So percent of change equals 27 over 65. We divide the two, and we get 0.4153 approximately, so forth and so on. Here's the issue a lot of us have. This is where a lot of people will stop. Well, our answer is percent of change. That is just a decimal answer, so we needed to convert that to a percent. And so that's 41.5. You can think about moving that decimal place over once, twice. So 41.5%. We don't need the other values because we're only doing a tenth of a percent. Let's do another one. Find the percent of change, round the answer to the nearest tenth. 41 is increased to 92. So once again, we start with the amount of change. So what is the difference between these? Now our original number is 41, but so that we don't have a decimal, we put the largest one first. Sorry, not a decimal, a negative number. 92 minus 41 is 51. So 51 over the original number was once again 41. Not the original about how we started this part, but the original in our story. 41 is increased, so that's where we began. So 51 over 41 gives 1.2439. And once again, don't stop there. We need to convert that to a percent. So 124.4% is the percent of change. So 70 is decreased to 45. I want you to try this problem out on your own. Pause the video, and when you're ready to continue, you may. All right, we're going to move forward. 70 minus 45, we're looking at the change. We put the largest one first. It gets 25. I started originally with 70, so I'm going to put 25 over 70. Convert that to a decimal. Then we're also going to change that to percent. Do not leave that step out. So you should have gotten 35.7% as your answer. All right, try the increase. So pause the video. All right, I'm going to continue. 37 is increased to 56. Place 56 first because it is the largest number. And so 56 minus 37, we found the difference is 19. Place the original number on bottom, so 19 over 37. If you notice you put 56, you put the wrong value. We started with 37. So 19 over 37 gives me the decimal of 0.514 when I round that, so 51.4%. When you know the percent of change, you can use the equation to find the actual amount of change. So a regular price of a bicycle helmet is $42.99. It is on sale for 20% off. What is the sale price? So we have our original, and then we have our sale. So the first thing we want to do is find the discount. So I need to know what is 20% of $42.99. And that's just a multiplication. Anytime you hear of in these problems, 20% of that number, we're going to multiply. And so I'm going to get an answer. You can convert. Of 8.598 is my discount. So what is the sell price? Well, I need to take my original and I need to subtract away the discount. Anytime we have a discount, it is removing, we're decreasing the value. So we're going to say this is $8.60. And so I'll take my 42 and I subtract my discount. $42.99 minus the discount of $8.60, $34.39. Now, think about this as a question. If something is costing $42.99 and it is on sale for 20% off, does my answer make sense? $34.39 makes a lot of sense. It is smaller than the original, but it's not too small. So try this out. We're going to do this in steps. First thing I want you to do is find the discount. So the regular price is $49.88. It is on sale for 15% out. What is my discount? So pause the video. We're going to continue. Multiply these two together. And I get $7.48. We're just going to go ahead and round that. $7.48 is my discount. Now I want you to tell me what is the sell price. So continue the problem with that number. What is my sell price? So we're going to continue. Take the regular price minus the amount of discount, $49.88 minus $7.48. I get $42.40. So my answer is $42.40. A lot of people will find the discount and stop. It's great that you found the discount, but we need to actually look and see what the sell price is. An answer of $7.48 as the final answer does not make sense. A boutique buys hand-printed t-shirts for $12.60 each. The sell on them, and sells them at a 110% increase in price. What is the retail price of the t-shirt? So a business made these t-shirts for $12.60 and now they're turning around and reselling them. And so we're going to do the same thing, but instead of a discount, we want to know the amount of increase. So it's the same principle as the discount. We multiply the two to get the actual amount. And so $13.86 is the amount of markup. So we take the original amount plus the markup amount to find the retail amount. So we're marking up the price by $13.86. So we add the two, and we get $26.46 each. Try this one on your own. Find that amount of markup first. So we're going to continue. Multiply the two, 125% of 7 is $8.75. Now that's our amount of markup. So now we're going to add that in. So I want you to find the final price. $7 plus $8.75 is $15.75 each. All right. Do this as a quiz. Work these problems and bring them in ready to talk about this first thing in the morning. Thank you.